Hello, everyone. First, I'm Paul HOFMAN. I'm the director of the Master Biobanks and Complex Data Management at the Université Côte d'Azur, France. So a biobank is a location, a place where we collect samples from different organisms. First of all, of course, from humans, different samples, tumor samples, non-tumor samples, from tissue, from blood, from urines, etc., etc. So we collect these samples. We collect also samples from microorganisms, from bacteria, virus, etc., etc. We can also collect samples from tissue animals. So it's a kind of bank where we store the samples, and we can use these samples for research purpose. So it's very important to know that when we collect all these samples, it's for doing some research project, not only with the academic teams, but also with big pharma or biotechnologies. I think it's pivotal to work in a biobank, since I think I would say a biobanker is a new job first for a young student, because we have a lot of interactions with different stakeholders, such as pharma, such as a research team, and I think we can be involved in research projects. So I think not only it's necessary to have a good skill for doing a collection, but also sometimes it's very important to do some experiments and to help our partner to do these experiments. So I think it's a good job, and I think it's a very actual job today. We have a variety of jobs. For example, we can do only data management. So we can work with big data, for example. So we use some software and computers, etc., etc. We can work also at the bench. So, I mean, we can do experiments with different samples, with blood samples, tissue samples, do extraction of DNA, RNA, control the quality of the samples. We can also set up some project with the physicians. And finally, we have also a nice collaboration with the pharma. So we can be, at what time we can also work in a big pharma and to do some pharmaceutical development. After the master, we have different possibilities for the recruitment. First of all, we can be recruited by the hospitals, for example, from some comprehensive cancer center, in the private laboratory too, in France, in Europe, in the world, since there is, we say, more than 2,000 biobanks in the world now. But we can also be recruited by big pharma. So it's possible to work with pharma to develop some new medicine, for example, and also for sure we can also work with some biotechnology such as Thermo Fisher, Illumina, and so on. So there is different variety of jobs after 2 years of the Master of Biobanks and Complex Data Management. I think it's a very open education training. We have a lot of students coming from different parts of the world, from Asia, from South of America, from US, from Europe, of course, from France. So there is a mix of students coming from different countries. So it's a very friendly training, I will say. And at the end, we have a lot of speakers coming from different parts of the world, not only from France, but also from Europe, Asia, US. So we have a lot of speakers coming from different parts of the world. So it's a very interacting training.